everyone. In today's class, we are going to see the next important concept in medical instrumentation, that is performance requirements of medical instrumentation system with example. So the learning objective of today's class is that first we will get to know what is the importance of performance requirements and deal with the basic medical instrumentation block diagram, and followed we will be discussing the different real medical device example and how we are compliant with this performance requirements. So let's start with empathy perspective of this particular topic. Why the performance requirements is clearly needed. What actually it is. So the performance requirement is very much important because again this is the sort of medical device without any compromise in the performance. It has to be function in such a way in order to improvise the patient life, quality of life, and also make the clinician jobs in better way. So in that case, the performance requirements defines what actually the medical device and how well the medical device is performing good, so that it giving a better performance. So that we have to keep in mind when designing this medical device. So what happen if even small errors occurs in the medical device? Obviously, it will end up with wrong diagnosis that will leads to delayed treatment and make the patient life miserable. So that's why the performance requirement is so important, because these are the thing which gives the assurance related to the life. That is a life critical assurance, not just a technical specification. So here the performance requirements is not it's like to have a technical specification we are talking about. Here it's giving a real life critical assurance, because these particular medical device is going to play in patient's life. So if there is any minute changes, if any minute compromise or minute lagging in the performance which affects the quality of the patients. So this is the empathy perspective. Why actually this particular topic is matter in the sense the performance requirements will gives you the clear it will ensures the medical device is functioning in proper way, because these medical device have to be designed in such a way to ensures the very good patient safety and guides the corrective device selection, and also it helps in design the reliable systems, very very important as far as the medical device concern. And it will helps to prevent the diagnostic errors. So that's why the performance requirements is very much important to be considered, and also be incorporate in designing the medical device, and checking whether these performance requirements are met when we are before we are using this medical device on the patient. So, need for studying these performance requirements, as I said, it is these are the things which plays important role in patient life. Even the small errors which leads to the wrong diagnosis, and finally it will end up with even death of the patient. So, the control accuracy and the speed and the stability of of medical device is very important, because the accuracy matters a lot based on the result what you are getting from the medical device. The treatment is going to be given. So if there is any fluctuation in the accuracy, if there is no speed of response, even the stability of the equipment is not proper, ultimately it affects the treatment which is based on this readings. It's going to so it's going to affect the patient. So, and also the quality improvement foundations. If you are having very good performance, obviously the medical device has it means that it has very good quality, because it is very much important in order to comply the regulatory standards under regulations. So therefore, for that thing, we have to meet these sort of performance requirements, so that only it's very easy to go with regulatory compliance, so that we can have a certification to sell the product in the market, or you can use the product in hospital sites. So what is all about medical instrumentation system? That we already know, these are the type of instruments which we use to sense, process, or display the biological signals, which in turn used for diagnosing or treating the patient. So here we will be sensing any sort of signals like physical, chemical, electrical. These signals are going to give the detailed information of your body. So for this things, we have a different medical device. It's going to capture the different organ status. So the thing is that when we are designing any sort of the medical device by using different electronic components, that components must meet the performance requirements. So what kind of performance requirements is very much needed in the ECG machine is that first one is accuracy, second one is sensitivity, because accuracy matters a lot, because the signal what I mean output what you are getting ECG will give you it's going to give the clear pictures of your heart functionality. So even the minute even 1% of wrong, which gives you a wrong diagnosis related to the heart, so that literally affect the patient life. So the accuracy matters a lot, and sensitivity, even the small changes in the heart, it has to be captured by the device. And the resolution, that is the change in variations, it has to be clearly reflected in your output. And noise rejection is very much important. And the speed of response, like the instrument should have the ability to give a response in very fast, how fastly the equipment is giving response for the input, that is actually the speed of response is that should be very high. And also stability, okay, the stability is matters a lot, okay. If it if Because we are using the device in the open environment, it should not have influence of outside disturbance or so and so. So for that reason, the stability of medicine we have to be considered in such a way to give the very good output in terms of like accuracy and precision of those equipment. And finally, the safety. As all we know that the safety is very important for the both users and operators, because as I said, these if you are not giving proper safety measures, obviously it will affect the patient health and the patient life. So why it is matter in the sense, the poor sensitivity or the noise control is not there, it literally hide the meaningful information of arrhythmias, that is the ECG signals. And finally we will miss out the important valuable information that is very important to be considered. So next one is like pulse oximetry. So if you see the performance requirement of pulse oximetry, again you have to consider accuracy, precision, speed of response, sensitivity, low coefficient, and motion tolerance, stability, and safety. So in previous case we have a same thing we discussed. Obviously these pulse oximetry have same set of performance requirements. There are one or two variants. So the performance requirements are mostly the all medical devices goes in same thing. Maybe one or two unique performance characteristics there based on the type of medical device we are using. Since this is particular machine we are going to use in repeated way, so the precision here they have given more importance. The reason is that it should give a more precision values. That means that there should be the consistent reading for how many times you have taken samples from the same people. So that is the thing. There will be a unique performance characteristics for the each medical device. It depends on what type of application or what uh, working principle is working. So everything is matter. So if you are not having such performance requirements, obviously it will give slow unstable readings, which delays the reduction of hypoxia, that you know that is low oxygen level present in your blood vessels that need immediate attention, else it may end up patients with coma stage or even in death stage. Finally, we have the other set of example, that is a digital blood pressure monitor. For this particular device, these are the few performance requirements that we need to meet. That is, one is accuracy, second precision, speed of measurement, sensitivity, stability, resolution, safety. Against these performance requirements are repeating for the even digital blood pressure monitor. And why it is so matter in the sense, if you are not giving if you are not meeting these performance requirements, the device will give very poor accuracy result, that will lead to wrong treatment decisions. The example, in place of giving normal BP values, if instead of that it giving abnormal easy value or low BP or high BP, the patients ultimately treated with in wrong decisions, like wrong treatment. for like prescribing medicines for high BP or low BP. So that is the thing here. The machine should be in calibrated in such a way to give very accurate results, to give you accurate treatment decisions. So that is how the performance requirements is playing very important role in medical device to ensures the quality of performance functionality of medical device performance, and also the quality of patient life. So as a biomedical engineers, we have to be think in that aspect, like when we are designing any sort of medical device, there should be no compromise in the performance. That has to be ensured in each and every stage of designing of medical device. And also we have to think about what are the constraints, the limitation or boundaries are there when we are designing. That also we have to work on it, because the medical device is not just a device, it actually the device is going to save the patient life. And also it has to be designed in such a way to ensure the patient safety and also the safe care of patient. So that is out that is what the medical device is all about. Yes, thank you.